We need to catch a crook. And by doing that, I mean we have to look around some more. Can I move him with the WASD keys? Nope. Gotta click. Can I double click and make him walk faster? Nope. 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 There's nothing like doing that. And there's a butt. I just saw the butt. Oh, we can look at where the stolen painting was and see what.
This was where the stolen painting had hung.
Yeah, I know. I want to look.
Why that painting?
But I want to.
And why kill for it?
I want to look.
The
Aha!
stolen painting had an alarm, which should have sounded when the painting was removed. I needed to find out why it hadn't.
Because we don't want to hit the test button yet.
It was a vibration detector pad. I pressed the vibration detector pad. Nothing happened. It was a small door. I guessed the alarm circuitry was inside.
Well, let's look at it. Oh, it's been cut. It's been cut.
So that was why the alarm hadn't sounded. A wire had been cut by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. This was an inside job.
I mean, yeah, it was. That's how they work. How do I go back? Oh, there it is. There was a thing that popped up and there's a naked lady. Oh, geez, there's things all over the place.
The door was marked private.
No, it's marked privé. Learn to read, George.
The door was locked with a keypad. If I wanted to get in there and look at the CCTV footage, then I'd need to find the number. Lane worked with Henri, so he was likely to know the code.
Oh, geez. I have to talk to him about the code now? Alright. Hey, big guy. We have to have a little talkie. Me and you. A little walkie-talkie.
I need to ask you a few more questions.
If you insist. I'm still in shock, you know.
I know, but we need to know things. Wait, I can ask more questions now?
Is there anything else you can tell me about the stolen painting?
As I said, it's an unusual piece full of obscure saints and religious symbolism.
Yeah. Okay, so there's basically nothing else I need to know, right?
Anything else you can tell me about El Serp?
El
The
Serp.
man was an enigma. Very little is known.
He likes to sip on that scissor, is what I've heard.
So, you help run this place? Maybe you can give me the code to that door.
The code to the office?
I just thought you might have the number.
I do, but I couldn't possibly give you access before the police arrive.
Why not?
I figured I wasn't going to get the door code from Lane by playing nice. I needed to turn the heat up.
How do I turn the heat up?
Mr. Lane, you're really going to have to give me
Oh.
the code to that door.
That's
And why, pray, should I do that?
Because the way the cops will see it, you're the prime suspect. We both know you're innocent, Mr. Lane, but the cops, well, they may not see things so simply. I might be able to get them off your case, but in exchange, I'd like the code for the office door.
he looks so mad.
That's preposterous. The police would have neither evidence nor motive.
Funny you should mention that.
Oh, the cut wire. Movements don't mean anything.
Someone sabotaged the alarm on the stolen painting. A wire was cut.
What? Who could have got into the alarm system?
Exactly. It was an inside job, Mr. Lane.
You're not suggesting that I...
Well, I'm afraid that's the way the cops are going to see it.
That's preposterous. How could I possibly have cut the wire?
Maybe with these nail clippers.
Are these your nail clippers, Mr. Lane?
Yes, they have my initials monogrammed on them.
Huh. The perfect implement for cutting the alarm on the stolen painting.
What are you saying?
I think it's pretty obvious.
Well, the alarm was sabotaged, Mr. Lane. It was an inside job.
Are you accusing me? How dare you? I had no reason to kill Henri, no motive whatsoever.
Okay, but I don't think the cops will see it like that. And I sure would like that door code.
Nothing like good old blackmail. Let's see. I don't know if the movements... Do I have to just use everything in this whole arsenal?
This is an inside job for sure, Mr. Lane. The police are going to be very interested in your recent movements.
I've been out of town for several days, and last night I retired early.
Just saying.
You're not going to scare me into giving you that door code, you know.
I was onto something here, and I knew it. Lane was sweating. It wasn't pretty.
Because he's fat. Get it? Alright, so we need to do some more things to get more evidence against him, I think. I don't know. Let's move this painting and find out.
The alarm on that painting hadn't been sabotaged. So, what made the stolen one so special?
It was stolen. That's what makes it so special. Wait, can I, like, literally touch all of these paintings?
Another painting with a working alarm.
Okay, so am I going to find another one that isn't working? Is that what we're going to do?
Another working alarm. So the thief took the only painting whose alarm had been sabotaged. But why that painting? Why that particular one? The stolen painting was called La Malediccio, painted by someone called L. Serp in 1937, and worth just 40 grand. The stolen painting was worth less than the others. So why did the thief target it?
Good question. Also, that picture up there looks awfully like a lot like a Gabriel Knight thing. I wonder if that's what that is. Okay, we're not gonna leave. Let's look at the poster.
The poster looked old. I didn't want to touch it.
Touch it.
The poster looked old. I didn't want to touch it.
Alright, guys, so we've touched paintings, and they've went woo-woo.
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
Apparently that's not gonna
I've
work.
been away from Paris for several days and only got back this morning. How could I have cut that wire?
Oh, how could he have cut that wire? Okay,
Mr. Lane, this robbery is not going to reflect well on you.
As I said, I shall take my chances. You're not getting that door code.
So it's not the movements.
I hate to say this, Mr. Lane, but you're going to be the #1 suspect for this murder.
So you keep saying, Mr. Stobart.
Maybe it's because you have the smell of
Ugh, keep that noxious
on you.
potion away from me.
So the movements doesn't matter. None of this
So
matters.
you'd been out of town and hit the sack early last night?
That's right. I've not been near the gallery for days.
Okay, so how do we tie him together with him? Let's see if the father has anything new to say. I don't think he does.
Father?
Yes, my son.
Have you seen the fat man? Oh.
I think there's something strange going on here.
Yes, Mr. Stobart. At last you see the truth.
No, Father. I mean that the robbery looks like an inside job.
The devil's work is always an inside job.
The devil works, you know, with the jobs.
A wire in the painting's alarm was deliberately cut.
Cut by the devil himself,
Oh,
perhaps.
okay.
But
Okay.
as far as I know, sightings of guys with horns and tails have been a little down recently.
You mock me, Mr. Stobart. But as you will discover, the devil likes to have the last laugh.
Ha 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 ha. I am the devil. I am laughing. Ha 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 ha.
Do you know the code to get into the office?
No, but you could always pray and ask for divine guidance.
With respect, Father, I'm looking for a slightly quicker solution.
How about, you know, I don't know, talking
Take a
about
look at
nail
this, Father.
clippers.
I've already given you my thoughts about that.
Oh, well, fine. So we need to find some more evidence that would make us, or make Lane want to tell us the code. Is there anything else we can look at on his body besides the wound and the glass? There's a toupee.
There's nothing quite so lonely as a dead man's toupee.
Well,
Hair today, gone tomorrow.
oh jeez, why?
I decided to let Henri's toupee rest in peace.
No, we'll give him.
I put the glasses back where they were. Best to leave the evidence the way I found it.
Yeah, that's true. Even though it looks terrible. Anything else? Oop, nope, that's just the gunshot wound.
I didn't want Henri's blood on my hands.
Well, it's kind of weird. You'd think you'd see more blood, seeing as he got shot, but there's not any on the floor or anything. It's a very, very PG gunshot wound. Okay, so let's see if there's... See if we can look at anything else.
It was a small red button. The button bypassed the pressure pad system. Cutting the wire had disabled the pads.
So is there anything else we can look at over here that would be like, oh, you totally did it?
It was the speaker cone for the alarm. It hadn't sounded when the painting was stolen.
Can I use the wire, the nail clippers with this?
The clippers were the perfect size to cut the wire. Could Lane be the saboteur? I had to find out.
So we need to get... But we already know that he could have done it. So now, maybe with the proof of the clippers...
No one had noticed the pizza box fall onto the floor. I decided to leave it alone.
Why? I mean, yeah, why? Like, I don't think I can leave yet. It wouldn't make sense to leave.
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Do I leave?
Guilty by way of nail
I leave and I
clippers.
come back and I'm like, this is
I've been
why.
away from Paris for several days and only got back this morning. How could I have cut that wire?
Yeah, with the nail clippers.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
Sheer fantasy. What possible motivation could I have to sabotage the alarm?
You wanted the painting?
Mr. Lane, this robbery is not...
As I said...
Okay, so can I leave? I mean, we can leave. So, where do we go from here?
The street was quiet and upmarket. Not the kind of place for an opportunist thief.
We have trees and we have windows.
I've always been a sucker for Parisian stained glass.
Aren't we all, George? Aren't we all? Oh, we can look in the office. Let's do that. Maybe, why is that guy peeing?
The room looked like some sort of office for the gallery. I could just see the glow of the CCTV monitor in the corner.
Okay, we'll open it up.
It looked like the...
Then that guy's peeing.
You gotta hand it to the French. They know how to take a leak in style.
Can we walk in there?
It was a pissoir.
A pissoir. So we can't walk in there. We can go to the metro station, which if we have to go there already, I don't know if we can leave. We'll find out. Hey there, buddy. Have you heard anything? Like, people getting shot?
Excuse me.
Monsieur?
There's just been a robbery at the gallery.
Oh, really?
You don't sound surprised.
All property is theft, monsieur. And all art is property. Therefore, all art is theft. Do you not agree?
Oh, jeez.
Well, when you put it like that, it's hard not to.
So, did you see a guy with a motorcycle helmet going, hey?
Did you see anybody run out of the gallery earlier?
There was a beautiful woman with a camera. She was chasing somebody.
Oh, that must have been Nico.
You know her? You surprise me.
You know a woman.
Can you tell me anything about the man she was chasing?
I assume, monsieur, that like all of us, he is inherently unknowable.
No wonder this guy's cafe was empty.
He, sounds like a good guy. Good guy.
The gallery owner, Henri, was shot dead trying to stop the robbery.
Life has no meaning the moment you lose the illusion of being eternal.
Oh, boy.
Right. Did you know him well?
Can we ever truly know another human being, monsieur? He spent little time at the cafe, unlike his friend, Monsieur Lane.
Ooh. Let's hear about Lane.
What do you know about Hector Lane?
Lane? Oh, yes. He drinks here sometimes. He slid away last night without paying.
Last night? What sort of time?
After midnight, for sure. If you see him, give him this bill, and tell him to pay up next time.
We've got our ace in the hole. Thanks, buddy.
The check was from last night. But Lane told me he was nowhere near the gallery.
Because he was lying.
This could be the leverage I needed to get the office door code from Lane.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I was thinking. But do you know anything about the gallery?
What do you know about Le Lizard Bleu?
He's right, and give me some...
It's bourgeois, vacuous, and overpriced.
I mean, yeah.
Just like its curator Lane.
Oof.
He's always in here, you know, talking art to his latest floozy.
All right, well, we talked about Lane.
So you and Lane aren't best of pals, huh?
What about these
The man
floozies?
is a second-rate critic, peddling meaningless aphorisms.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you for your consistent indifference, monsieur.
Perhaps next time you come, I will give you a coffee. Perhaps not.
I think more likely not. But we have the waiter now, and he's a nice fellow. But now we have what we need to get the door code. Finally. Yay. I like door codes.
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
Yep.
I've been away from Paris for several days and only got back this morning. How could I have cut that wire?
I mean, technically, he did come... Midnight is the morning... Well, I guess that's when he left. So, yeah, never mind.
Take a look at this.
What of it?
It's your bill from the cafe next door.
So?
It's dated yesterday. Last night, in fact. 12:30 to be exact. You said you were out of town. You sure drank a lot of champagne last night without paying the bill. But you told me that you were away from Paris last night. I hate to say it, but that sounds like a lie to me.
No.
Tell you what, you give me the code to the door, and the police need never know.
Unless you actually did
A
it.
motive and proof of involvement. Not looking good, Mr. Lane.
You are a blackmailer, Stobart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just doing my job.
All right. You have me. The number is 6397. But I admit to none of these spurious accusations.
I had the code. The police would be here any moment, so I had to work fast.
Well, let's go. Oh, he's gonna go there himself.
What was that number again? 642... No.
Everyone, hold it right there.
Damn it.
Well, that was worthwhile.
I am Inspector Navet of the Paris Serious Crime Squad, and I hereby declare this crime scene open. Closed. Now, nobody move, especially you on the floor.
He's dead.
Moo, I want a total lockdown.
Oh,
Nobody
it's Moo.
in or out. Apart from me, of course.
A few minutes later...
I needed to get back into the gallery, but a familiar figure was guarding the door. It was Sergeant Moo. Our paths had crossed before.
Oh, wait, now do we talk to him? But we will talk to Moo when we come back, and we'll see if we can get in so we can talk to George, I'm sure, and start this adventure. Or we could just go, you know, take a wee. Whatever we feel like doing, we will do it. But when we come back, we'll see if we can get in. Till then, y'all take care. And of course, have a good one.